KC. Just a couple of questions. Your impressions about the game, and after this match, how close are you to have that finalist after what you saw today?
Yeah. So first of all, obviously it wasn't the performance that we wanted to have, and like kind of send off game for the Olympic Games. Since we started this process 8 months ago, this was I would say the lowest performance by far that we had, and maybe that willingness to show to the people from our team that we are ready, and the happiness to be here for this end-of event. In some moments, we just didn't look like we usually do on the field, and yeah, but you know, because this is the last event before the Olympics that has no price, if I would say like that. This is the best timing to kind of go through this challenge, and just to learn, to analyze that, and to move forward, because we strongly believe that this group can do much better than they show today. However, I would still say that we had a great opponent today, Japan, and it's not just about us today, it was about them, and I think that they put great performance, and actually they kind of also impact our performance today.
And how close, after what you saw today, to have that finalist?
Yeah, every day that we are with the guys, he's going to impact our decisions, and we are evaluating everything last 8 months. When they are in their environment, when they are in our environment, we tried to learn about some players, if we can use them in some different positions today. Kind of mixed a lot their spots, but that knowing that we have roster of 16 field players and 2 goalkeepers, we have to know that what we can expect, not just to throw them in fire there. And yeah, every event, every day, like I said, with them is a good new evaluation and learning process for us.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, Coach. Thad Bell from Kansas City Soccer Journal. How much was today's roster focused on getting a result versus maybe trying to decide who those players were that would make the final roster?
Yeah, listen, both things. If I would say, and this is not alibi, like probably the result is the I can't say less important, because we also want to have to bring that winning mentality, and we are working on that. And not winning just as a winning. That winning has to have price also, the way we play, and how we are winning the games. Because if we want to win on the long term, we have to know how we are winning the games. However, was a great opportunity for us to play some players in some positions that they usually don't play. As I said, to learn, because one thing what we don't want to happen that during the Olympics we are figuring out on the bench, maybe in one moment or before the game, can we play this player in this position or not? We've never seen those players playing, and like I said, we have only 16 field players, so we have to have players that can play multi positions and cover different spots. Yeah, it was a learning process as well.
Coach, Dan Sperry, Kansas City Star. Was there, I know, frustration with the result and the way the performances maybe were tonight, but was there anyone that stood out to you that maybe fought through in a way that you liked what you saw from them?
Yeah, I'm still like now just after the game, and I like always to watch the game again and to give different perspective on assessment. And this is not connected with the score today or performance. It's not like oh, my head is hot now. It's not really about that. It's just there are so many informations during the game that I'm trying to process in my head. So like I'll sit and it's too early for me to say like, oh, this guy was like above the others today.
What about the way too that Japan kind of controlled the game? Do you feel like you guys can learn going forward, especially that first match playing against France as the host? I expect them to be very on the front foot too.
Yeah, so we played Japan in October, and we knew even in October result was different, but we also had a very, very challenging game, I would say, because Japan is a team that challenges every moment in the game. If you want to build up from the goalkeeper, they're good in high press. You know, if they build up, they know what they're doing. So it's not easy to build pressure on the ball against them. And they just won the Asian Cup last month, and this team plays for a long time together. Great coach and very, very well coached team. So actually, we were happy to have Japan as an opponent because, like I said, they just challenge you through the whole field in every moment of the game, no matter what. If we are in possession, they're in possession, we're all part of the field. And maybe some other teams, you will get one phase of the game. Oh, they are good like in defending a low block, or they are good in possession. This team is overall good everywhere on the field. And for me, they're one strong contender for big achievements in the Olympic Games.
Coach Jimmy Mack, KC Sports Network. A lot of talent on this roster tonight, even if it didn't show on the field. So what do you think was the reason for maybe a more stagnant performance as opposed to Japan, who was pretty quick and decisive, especially in the attack?
Yeah, like I said, it's we didn't like, usually we are a team that loves to finish those attacks, and then today we are just like, we didn't look like ourselves today, but listen, always this kind of performances happens, and I just don't want this to confuse us, because like I said, if this has to happen, better to happen today, and then we'll learn like, okay, this is our DNA, this is like our identity on the field, who we are and what we can do with this talent. And today we didn't show, but trust me, guys, had the best intention, and especially like I said, this is a friendly game, send off, but because we are here, we were so excited to come to Kansas City, and just to show the people that we are ready, and to have that excitement from the people that will support us in the Olympic Games. But but we move forward, learn from this, and we'll analyze the game, and obviously talk to the guys, and try to provide them with maybe more clarity in certain moments and some solutions. So next time we can be who we want to be.
Coach Robert Russard, KC Soccer Journal. Second half, the attack was a little more fluid. How much that was impacted by your wide back play?
Yeah, maybe if we speak about that, I think first 15, 20 minutes of second half was like a little bit kind of, okay, this is what we are getting to final third. We are trying always to be on front of foot and to finish the attack. And all three players that came in the second half, like both pullbacks, gave us a little bit more aggressiveness, especially when we wanted to recover the ball, and they were quite aggressive and help us in that. And then with Jack McLean, we got a little bit more of the control in the middle of the field. Then Jack, once we took Tasman out, he was playing probably a position that is not common for him, but like again, to learn what we can get for Jack. But all three players that came in the halftime, they really impact the game at the beginning of the second half. At least that's my opinion. Yeah.
Coach, how does the process go forward for deciding on the overage players that might still be added, and does this camp influence who those might be, like what positions?
Yeah, we are. This is we are in that process, and we are actually very close. We have 3 weeks until we have to submit our roster. So that line is July 3rd, and like it's not just for overage players. For every player, is the same situation. We are learning. We what are our needs, and like where we want to add overage players, and but it's not that simple to create that, and also players availability. There are consistent changes in communication with the clubs, but we have 3 more weeks to finish that process.
We'll take 2 more questions from the Zoom from Marko. Let's next go to Mike Watala from Soccer America.
Decisions, how much do you take into account the opponents that you'll have in the first round, the type of soccer they'll play? Is that a factor in who you pick?
Could you repeat the first part of your question, Mike?
If you confirm that you will have 3 overage players.
What?
Will you have 3 overage players?
Today we had one.
No, I'm saying that you don't have to bring 3 overage players. You can only bring 1 if you wanted to, but do you know for sure you'll bring 3?
Yeah, by rules we can bring 3, but yeah, we'll see. We're working on that.
Thank you, Mike. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Mike. Let's take one last question now from Andrew Jones of the Believe Network.
Thank you, Chris. Marko, just want to ask you with how Aiden Morris had to make his move today, and then, obviously not dealing with UCL, was that a little bit in terms of trying to get the midfield cohesion was going to be a little difficult with those aspects? And it's been a really promising, at least, campaign with your team throughout the last year. You still feel firmly that this is a team that's going to be a medal contender over embarrassed?
What was the last medal contender? Or?
Just asking if you still, despite the result today, you still feel like the team can be a medal contender in Paris.
Yeah, one thing that I believe that this team will have mentality of really going into every game with like to win the games. Doesn't matter who's going to be on the other side. And what I learned about this group, we are ready to fight until the end. I know we didn't show that today, but like I said, we're going to learn from this, and that's what I can promise. Like, no matter who is the first round, second round, third game in a group stage, or later in knockout stage, we'll play every game to win, and we'll give our best. How far that's going to take us, yeah, we'll see.
Awesome. Thanks, Marko. We'll be back with Tanner Tessman and Paxton Aronson.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.